We are back. So, you guys, we're going to talk about some hot topics, and I want to get your honest opinion. I'm going to share mine. So, we're talking Kanye West running for president. Now, personally, I think that
exhale.
Right. I'm going to take a deep exhale because this is hands down the most important election in our lifetime, at least that we've seen, and I don't think it's the time to just do things just for attention to sell records. So if that's what he's doing, it's terrible. I think this is something that should be taken seriously. We've had a very interesting 4 years with our current president, and so I think with him stepping into this arena, asking people to vote for him, it's going to split the vote. So the people that would have voted for Joe Biden, and not the current president, I choose not to say his name right now, that is going to be what's going to happen. So it's going to give our current president favor, with the votes. So I already think that there's some kind of crazy things going on with the way he's getting his votes in the first place since the last election. So what do you guys think, about what's happening, with Kanye choosing to run for president? How do you feel about that?
Chicago, stand up.
Oh, you're going to be loyal?
No, I want Kanye to have a seat when it comes to this election.
Several.
But I do think, we are living in a world where anybody feels like they can be president at this point. So
for obvious reason.
Yeah.
Let me shoot my shot. So I don't take that away from him. If there's going to be any time, then he's seeing this as an opportunity. I get that. However, I do want him to be a little bit more cognizant of just reality. In terms of what is at stake for all of us and how can I actually help versus harm. And I don't feel like he has the right motivation and intention when it comes to just the self-serving nature in which he's going about this.
I don't think you could have said that any better. Honestly, I'm just thinking about him also explaining to the world that he has a mental illness. Is this the person that you want to put in office that has a episode every couple months? Well,
what's the difference in what we have in office?
You're right, but we don't need any more of that is what I'm trying to say. You know what I mean? 1 week he tweets that he's upset with Europe, and as an athlete, I can't go to Europe and I can't race. Really? Just because you're having a tantrum and you decided that you wanted to shut down the borders? Come on, what are we dealing with here? You know what I mean?
I think tantrums and mental illness that separate the two, I would definitely say that he has admitted not, necessarily being able to have the ability to exude as much self-control as I think a person in power would want to. If you can honestly admit that you need help and that you are working through some things, I feel like everybody should be given their fair shot. This is just not the time.
Right. I just feel like, Kanye, you're a genius with music. How about you stick to what you're passionate about? He didn't know the first thing about running the country.
He might have gotten passionate about it.
Mr. Donald. But let's look at maybe a bigger picture here. The ultimate momager may be putting him up to this. So it might not even be politically based. It might be for ratings or reviews or to feed an audience for, the KKW or...
It's so interesting. I mean, coming from a media background, I will say that I don't necessarily default that somebody has put people up to things. I do think,
Really?
I am not as jaded as I probably should be.
Right.
But for example, who would have thought that Kim Kardashian West was able to get sentences, reduced?
Yeah.
So if you are able to, educate yourself,
right,
and then use it and move and direct that towards the greater good, then I'm all for it. I just feel like there needs to be a lot more foundational work.
I just
when
want
it
them
comes
to
to running for president.
A game plan. Can we clearly outline a game plan and stick to it?
See, and again, talk about education. I have not even entertained the thought of voting for president. So
right.
I don't even know.
But there are people
does his
out
website
there.
Have a plan?
But you know what? There are people out there that are preparing to vote for him.
I don't think they were probably voting in the first place.
Right, like Nick Cannon and Chance the Rapper. All of these people have major influences. You know what I mean? So anyway, the